I want to talk a little bit about the JP Morgan price suppression of silver. And I just want to state this. If you talked about 99.99% of the people in the financial world that weren't selling silver or gold and weren't a blogger for silver or gold or weren't connected to anything in silver and gold, but it was just somebody who was investing people's money. If you told them there was a big conspiracy that silver was being price suppressed, they would look at you like you're high on crack. Basically, that is the consensus. I'm just saying that's exactly how it is, and I kind of somewhat agree with that. I mean, I think there is something that's holding back silver somewhat too. I agree with that, but nowhere near to the extent people are playing up the drama with. You know, this is the stock price of JP Morgan, right? The common stock price. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't this guy Max Kaiser with his talk about, I don't know, the silver bullet that's going to knock down the banksters and all this garbage. I think silver's a good investment. It's going to go up. It's one of the few commodities that has convenience of storage and personal ownership, so it's pretty smart. A lot of commodities are going to go up, but it's a hell of a lot easier to store physical gold and silver versus corn and wheat and cotton. But a hell of a lot of stuff is going to go up due to inflationary pressures. And there may be, I think the asset classes gold and silver are going to go up due to debt defaults in governments, them printing so much money, that type of stuff. And that's going to be coming up pretty soon. But there's a hell of a lot of stupid rumors out there. And, you know, this is one of the reasons I even got on this YouTube, because I swear some of these people are on crack or something. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I'm not going to disagree about the fiat money system coming down, but I did point out that even a fiat money system, if it was the fiat money was issued by Congress versus the Federal Reserve and it was issued debt-free, did not come in form of a loan to the government with interest. If it was just fiat notes issued debt-free coming from Congress, that would work a hell of a lot better than it is today. And we alleviate a lot of problems. It's like you don't really need to go, yeah, I guess the gold and silver discipline, well, actually the gold discipline would be the better thing to do, because then they couldn't issue too many notes. But if it's coming from Congress, the people would wake up real quick as to what they'd be doing if they try to issue too many notes. And actually that wouldn't happen. It's the banks that do that garbage, and they do it with interest and in the form of a loan, and it gets loaned to the government, which people pay back in the form of taxes with the interest added on. It's not even exactly because it's fiat. If the banksters controlled all the gold, they could lend out the gold with interest. How's that? See, that's the game. The game is you want current money to come in existence debt-free. That's the real game. I want to interject that because that's an extremely important point. You know, if you went to a gold standard, the banksters can still screw. I use the term the banksters, but you know, I think that's a BS emotional term that they use. You know, people with the money racket. But you know, here you got J.P. Morgan State Chase stock, common stock. Yeah, it's going down. Well, you know, and of course, you know, the Max Kaiser. You know, I'm going to pick on him a little bit because I don't know what the hell this guy's talking about with the price of silver cannot go above the JP Morgan common stock price because they're using that to fund their shorting of silver. Duh, I don't get it, okay? I don't get it. And personally, I think, I don't know what, I swear to God, you know, I only trust one person, period. Pretty much. You know, I like Jim Rogers too, but it's Mark Faber. That's the only guy who really seems to give me super advice, and man, I swear to God, I wish I would have stuck in my short position with that guy. Honestly, I started listening to. I don't want to blame it because I like Mike Maloney. Okay, I listened a little bit with Mike Maloney about the reverse head and shoulders pattern. I think it was rounding up, so I said I better get in here long, but I'll do it no leverage. That partly based my decision on that, but Mike Maloney is not screwing anybody over. That I will say that right now. He's good to go. But I think a lot of people are playing to the fears of the crowd, and they're totally full of it. If you put these people in front of real financial, I don't care if they got them on all these shows that they're supposed to be financial experts and stuff, and you know all the names. Basically, they're looking for you to invest in their funds or to listen to their show. They don't know jack. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. I stopped listening to them with 90% of the silver clowns out there. That's what I call them. I'll listen to Mark Farber. Now, here you got J.P. Morgan Chase going down like the last month, right? This is like the S&P index, okay? Basically got to multiply times 10. It's an index that follows the S&P 500. Very good indication what's going on. It's crapping out. I mean, what else can I tell you, right? That tells you a lot what's going on in the economy. You know, everything's going down. So J.P. Morgan's going down. You know, the price of silver is going down. Actually, the price of silver is not even going down as bad. You know. And here's the price of, well, this is an exchange traded note on oil. Oil started suppressing too. And, you know, you can look at all the base metals. I don't have them up here, but they're all suppressing too. Goldman Sachs is going down. What does this mean? Evil banksters are going down? You know what this means? This means that it's not going to be allowed. It's not like anywhere near the 2008 lows yet. But if it keeps continuing, guess what's going to happen? They're going to do QE3. I don't think this has anything to do with the banksters on the run garbage. It's going to make your silver investment go up and your gold investment go up because there's going to be more money printing and more money available, more money for investment, more money for speculation. I'd say about well over 90-something% of the people I've listened to that are talking about silver and gold. Even some of the more now, I'd leave Mike Maloney out of this. That guy, I think he's good to go. He's been around a long time. He gives good, solid advice. And basically, he's not somebody that is 110% only with gold and silver. He realizes there's market cycles. And I will listen to his longer presentations, and they're good. They make a lot of sense. But, you know, he doesn't emphasize as much, you know, too much on a conspiracy angle, which I think is true, but it's exaggerated. God, is it exaggerated? It's like this J.P. Morgan, they're doing everything. They're the whole deal right here. No, all the markets are going down. There's financial problems going on in Europe and things like that. There's actually a need for liquidity, so people are selling off various things, getting out of positions. And when QE kicks in due to this stuff, it's going to go so much further, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you something else. Silver has got more to slide yet. I don't want to short it, though, because fundamentally, I know it's going to go up, and I hated shorting silver. I hated doing that crap. I was too nervous about that junk. And as low as it is right now, that would be twice as nervous for me to do that. But if I was to make a call, if I had to make a call one way or the other, I say silver's going down. And one of the main reasons is an old standard something axiom that you can go by. The silver stocks are typically lead silver. They're going down. They're still going down. And I don't think all the problems are over with Europe yet. But, you know, they're going to do QE. This is why silver and gold is going to go up, and it's going to be one of the asset classes that are going to move up. It's not because of some of the wacky reasons that some of the people are stating out here. They're really bad news. But, you know, I'm not listening to any of them anymore, to tell you the truth, because every single one of them I listened to made bad calls except for Mark Farber, who's made excellent calls. And I wish I could have stuck with what he said in the beginning. Even though he's not 110% sure, he sure as hell seems to get things correctly. But seeing that he's over 25% invested in gold, that is actually going to be a stellar investment. That's what I say how it's going to play out. It's actually going to be a very, very, very good investment. So, I just want to state, just saying the bank, here's Goldman stocks, Goldman Sachs stock, common stock price, going down. Everything's going down. Everything. The base metals are going down. The precious metals are going down. The Dow's going down. The S&P's going down. The oil is going down. I mean, I don't know what the hell to say anymore, because I don't know why. I think people just love hearing rumors. They love. There's some truth to this stuff. There's always been market rigging. I know the high frequency trading and shit. Big deal. I don't think they can move a market that long. I doubt they can even do it like long term. It's like you can catch things off of certain pieces of stuff. I mean, I think even a high frequency trading can't move a market for a long period of time. It can maybe make it move further one way or another direction, and then you anticipate that direction. But people are basically holding physical electronic assets, we'll call it that way. I have physical metals too, but I'm saying is, if you're not on leverage and you're not selling, they're still not going to be able to screw you no matter how much electronic trading they're doing. They're not going to be able to. So a lot of people just holding still. They're nailing people playing the options. They're nailing people playing leverage. If they get it wrong, guess where the money's coming from? Out of the losers' pockets. But if you're holding steady on even an ETF that's has backed by the physical metal, high frequency trading isn't doing squat. Not for very long. Not for very long. If you're not selling, you're holding. Too bad. It's not doing garbage. So, I just want to point out that, in summary, I could tell you, if I talk to practically anybody around in the financial world and said there's this big conspiracy by J.P. Morgan to suppress the price of silver that's been going on, maybe there is, I'll say there is. 99% of them at least would look at you like you're on crack. And it's not because they're not educated. So, and since I also consider Mark Farber a very straight shooter, and actually goes against the grain, actually even seems to go against what even the major media wants him to say, and he tells people, the common people, the truth to buy the gold and stuff. If he thought there was something going on, I think he would tell us too. That's why I'm not trusting this silver movement garbage too much. Even though I know it's going to be a good investment, I don't trust the whole setup, because they are way, way, way onto the conspiracy side of everything, and it's not like that. It's not like the way they think it is. They're basically got each other convinced, and they're looking for conspiracies. And I do know there are things like that in the business world, left and right, but not the way these guys are looking for it. They're looking for they look under any rock they could possibly find, make any stupid association there is, and throw it out there like it's a fact. So, I don't have too much use for that kind of garbage. But I just want to state, silver is not finished going down. I don't even know what it's doing tonight. I'm not even looking at it, because it's like, the damn thing is taking too long to make this slide. That's what I thought the slide would be over by May 1st, the end of April. Then we'd see the bounce. It's taking too damn long. But, so it's a slow slide down, but it's not near the bottom. It's not to the bottom yet, because the stock prices are still sliding, silver stock prices. And that doesn't mean the silver stock prices, the silver stocks are a bad investment. I know there's people out there say, oh no, you have to have physical silver. You know what? They're full of it. They are. They are. I'm going to tell you right now, Eric Sprott is not going to lose money on his investments in silver stock miners. He's going to make a hell of a lot of money. I'd just like to know when he's going to sell. That'd be nice. But, he won't tell anybody till after the fact, if he ever does tell anybody. But, as far as people saying everything on a piece of paper is going down, wrong. 100% wrong. It's correct only in the part when you're talking about government debt. But if you got everything on a piece of paper going down, you need physical silver as your only protection. If people are saying that, they're on crack. I mean, that's all I got to say. They're freaking out of it. God, I don't know what the hell. And sometimes I think they know better. I think possibly they're just playing a game. And if they're playing a game, obviously the game that they're doing is they're not going to sell us to the rich people with the big bucks, because the rich people are freaking smart. They're going to sell it to the suckers, the lemmings. The lemmings that think everything's a big conspiracy. There are conspiracies, but they're not as much as people are pushing out there. So beware of these guys. I don't listen to any of them, actually, except for basically Mark Farber. So I think I'm giving you some straight scoop on this stuff. Notice Goldman Sachs is down, oil's down, silver's down, JP Morgan's down, S&P's down, and I can pull up charts on copper, aluminum, palladium, platinum, and of course gold and lead and zinc. Every damn thing's down last month. Guess what? That's not just price suppression of silver. It's really like a market downturn. Which means if it keeps going like this, they're going to do QE, and then we're going to have a nice bounce. But it's still got more to go. We didn't get to the bottom yet. It's probably going to go below 26. How's that? It's easier for me to make a call now that I'm not emotionally involved. And I'm just holding long right now with no leverage, so I'm just going to sit and wait. I'm not going to invest any more money unless I see the garbage go down to some ridiculously low price. And I'm not going to touch it because I'm already heavily invested in stuff. So, but you want to sum up again? Most of these guys are on crack. I swear to God, they are. They don't know what the hell they're talking about at all. And if they do know what they're talking about, they're lying to the crowd. They're playing the crowd. So their whole game is to, I don't know what the hell their game is. Because it's like, fear and conspiracy sell, I guess. I mean, maybe that's the deal. But if I'm going to make a call for something, silver is going to actually go below 26. It is. All right. Probably, I think, in June, pretty soon. All right. So that'll be my call. Not really using some charts and technicals, but I think there's more problems with Greece. It's not over with. Common sense. I'm using just common sense. Just an old axiom that this mining stocks are still sliding, so the price of silver is going to still slide until the mining stocks start turning around. And that's not because the mining stocks are a bad investment. Actually, if you bought them about now, you're probably going to do super damn good. But some people with the physical silver only, they'll tell you not to do that. Eric Sprott is not going to lose money. He knows what the hell he's doing.